Welcome everybody to Shattered Dungeons, the show where we play an indie RPG called Shattered Dawn on Tuesday nights with the Toosdae Knights, and you get to figure out just exactly how awful we all think we can be. Some of us call our characters things like skank, and sometimes we figure out what prostitution really is on this show, so if you're interested in learning...
It is friends that you buy.
Yes.
Prostitutes is friends you buy.
We hope you've had a great week. If you are watching or listening, anything like that, if you're somehow involved in this, I want to remind you guys of three things. One, exclamation point D100 in the chat. We'll roll a D100, and I will probably use it for something, especially tonight. We also have the Granite Great Axe Arc available on DriveThruRPG along with the rest of our books. And then these next couple announcements are they're near and dear to my heart. First and foremostly, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed. You guys make this thing happen. Without your subscriptions and support, we literally cannot keep this podcast rolling. So if you are listening and watching and are thinking about subscribing on Twitch or want to help support this in any other way, shape, or form, obviously head to Twitch. That's the main one. But you can also check out our Patreon page. That's where we do all sorts of fun things. And we do have sessions. If you would like one of us to Arcmaster a session for you, you can sign up for that there. Or just email us or, Twitter us, whatever that is.
Tweet,
social media.
I believe, is what the kids
You send us a carrier pigeon. And then we are still looking for sponsors. If you are interested in supporting the show and having us, help you advertise a product that you may be interested in getting out there, just let us know. We'd love to partner with that. And the last two are the big announcements for me, at least. As it stands, literally as of 20 minutes ago, not 10, 10's not a word. We are at 1,000. Yeah, it is now. We have had 1,937 downloads of our podcast, which is super huge because it took us months to get the first 1,000, and now it's been literally just like a month and a half. So it's pretty awesome. So thank you again, everyone who's listening and watching and so on and so forth. And then lastly, I am going to post a link here in our chat on Twitch. There is a guy, Johnny Jimmyson, and he has done some great fan art, basically. He has also written a couple of awesome books. I'll be posting his fan art at some point later this week, so you guys can check out PAX and... I'll put Lauren's description of PAX in that as well.
Wait, no!
Too late. No. But I want to say thank you to him. He's an awesome dude. The link I posted in Twitch, he is currently trying to raise funds to go to PAX Unplugged. And his mission there is not only to have an awesome time like everyone should at PAX Unplugged, but to also kind of minister to those who are there, and on top of that, carry some of, some handouts for Shattered Dawn with him. So definitely go check him out, Johnny Jimmyson, on Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. His books are pretty freaking incredible. I got to look through some at a convention we were at together. And he's just an awesome dude doing awesome things. So check him out. Thank you.
I got to meet him too. He was a real nice guy.
And that's all we can say about that. Because if we say any more, we've said too much. That is all I have. Also want to remind everybody that we have holidays upcoming. So be prepared for not only... maybe a week or two here or there where we might have a different schedule, but also we might have a few really weird one-shots, so keep an eye out for that. That's all I have. We are going to get this show on the road. This is Shattered Dungeons.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Welcome back. So this is Shattered Dungeons featuring our lovely cast. Tonight we have with us, I think, our full normal group. So it is Ray playing... Ooh, I need to change your name, Ray. You're not playing Lucian anymore. You are, in fact, playing Rog.
That is correct.
I don't know how I feel about your voice there. We also have Jordan playing Reg.
It's a bit derivative.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Everyone Voice.
I'm not gonna lie, you cut out and it sounded like I am, and I have a voice. But the irony is that you didn't actually say anything.
I'm Reg. That's all you need to know.
There we go. And then we also have Heather playing Chivi.
Hey, everybody.
We have Dion playing Caden.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Lauren playing Pax.
I'm Pax, and tiny food just tastes better.
I don't know
Those hot takes that you could only hear.
Yeah. Well, boy, do we have an adventure in store for tonight. So one of the things I'd like to do real quick is just kind of recap everything from last session for those of you who may not have heard it or may be tuning in for the first time. Last week we came into knowledge that there has been an outbreak of vampire bites going across the city. Though most people don't expect them to be vampires, there are, however, some who believe that there's a vampire loose in the city and that it is someone of high stature within the city of Mihvra. The Toosdae Knights, along with Lord Dederic, have been interrogating people and have come to the conclusion that head researcher Vond of the Vasilician Legacy is in fact someone that desperately needs to be interrogated. And so we also learned that there's been a lot going on, that there has been expansion for the Toosdae Knights into the city of Kuldir, with a team heading out to help get that started. And Chivi has been assigned an assistant named Rog, and so we pick up there. Rog arrives back to the guild house in the early morning, just as Steve, Mr. Business Messena, and Fulltrax are preparing to leave for Kuldir. They bid you good luck as Vremkath comes down to see them off. He assures everybody that he will behave while you are out, especially with the squires and the new recruits. So, the rest of the group prepares for the interrogation of head researcher Vond, and as promised to Lord Dederic, after the group is prepared, Dederic arrives in the entryway to the guild hall. I have prepared to the best of my ability. I hope you have as well. I fear a fight should Vond not be proven innocent. Speak to whom you must and prepare the rest of your things before we depart. Come see me when you are ready. So, is there anything else that you guys need to do or make sure of before you head to head researcher Vond's establishment, the Vasilician Legacy?
I was thinking about shape-changing the statue so that it was easier to carry.
I think we talked about that after stream last week. That's totally good. And I think you have permanence, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you're good. You shape change it to whatever you want.
Okay, I'm gonna make it a nice ring.
Okay. Fancy.
That I'm gonna wear.
Not a junky ring, a nice ring.
Yeah.
Just a little something I pulled together.
Are you? So I think one of the unknowns is Kevin. Are you taking Kevin with you?
Yes.
I think last time Reg had asked Kevin if he wanted the opportunity in case things go south to get some revenge.
Indeed, I do.
But we did advise that he stay in teeny tiny form.
I imagine he'll come in bird form.
So he goes ahead
I hear
and
the
switches.
bird is the word.
Ah, yes,
Say
put
what?
up a bird. It's the word. The bird is the word. So
Don't you forget about
Have you heard?
everybody knows. So Kevin changes into his bird form and perches on Pax. Would anyone else?
And I do have the. You're right, Reg. I did have the animator spell. It was just further up my character sheet. I didn't know.
Okay.
Is anyone else doing anything before you leave?
He's not here, right?
He hasn't arrived yet. I just have his token there.
Okay. So maybe this is a dumb question, but if you was a vampire, where would the best place to hide be? Could
At
it
home?
possibly? Well, no. I don't mean.
Speaking very confidently.
I don't mean literally, buddy. I mean, if you was worried people might find out you was a vampire, wouldn't it be best to be the one going around accusing people of being vampires? How do we know that Mr. Dederic ain't one of them?
Since dead.
Since dead.
Can we like?
Since dead what? Since what did the dead do?
It's a spell that Shivi and I had learned
okay.
overnight so that we can sense dead. So we can tell if something's dead.
Can you settle a debate for me and Kevin?
What's that?
Reg pulls out Mr. Tibbles, the paralyzed rat dagger.
No.
Okay, so Kevin keeps telling me that Mr. Tibbles isn't alive, but I mean, look, his eyes move. It seems like he's breathing and stuff. Can you sense the dead if he is dead?
I could, but if I
I'm
was to
prepared
tell
if
you
you're
that
prepared.
Mr. Tibbles was dead, would you get rid of Mr. Tibbles?
No, I love Mr. Tibbles, regardless of what he is.
Oh.
Then what difference does it make?
I just want to stop arguing with Kevin because he is also my friend.
Well, I'll let you have your conversation with Kevin. It hurts when I cast. I've got a pretty good tolerance for it, but I
Yeah,
know that
I barely have a tolerance, so
So are you casting it then, or no?
I'm not casting it right now. Oh, actually,
no, not right now.
we're expecting who to show up?
Lord Dederic.
Would we reasonably have time to recover?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Because I think that's what they're worried about is burning potency before this.
Yeah.
Well, you guys still have to walk to the Vasilician Legacy, so I mean, there's plenty of time.
No, I wasn't worried about it. I just didn't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Reg's best buddy, Caden, coming through in the clutch.
Caden politely declines.
That's what friends are for.
Miss Chevy, I understand that he doesn't want to do it, but would you mind?
I didn't tell you that I didn't want to do it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were outright saying you weren't doing it.
No. I'm sorry. That was out of character.
Okay.
Real quick, Tofu said Kevin in teeny tiny bird form is like permanently wearing Spanx. So now imagine Kevin in Spanx. So there's
Always.
Would that be more like a?
Once again, anyone out there deciding to do fan art, there you go. A dragon in Spanx.
Dragon and Spanx.
If we get enough fan art, I'll put it in the pre-roll.
So if you put Sphinx on a Western dragon, does it make it look more like an Eastern dragon with wings?
You know what?
Wait.
I think so.
What?
With the multicolored, like really saturated type of look. So Chivi, are you casting Sense Dead on Mr. Tibbles? This is a very important thing.
A question. If I cast it, is this my turn to use it and then it's over?
It lasts for a period of time. So you can look at it and use it, and you can use it again when you need to, and you'll recover.
It's just
there is no cost to you to do this. Essentially, you can do this free and willing, and that's fine.
Okay, Reg, because I love you so much. Yes, I'll cast the spell, and we will see the fate of Mr. Tibbles.
Guys, I'm so excited for this.
Oh no, it dies.
All right, ready? So
Are you gonna roll for it?
Yeah, I know. Do I have to roll?
So
Can you
no,
want to roll to see if Mr. Tibbles survives, please?
so, he just melts spontaneously. No.
Oh
So
Mr. Tibbles.
So I've kind of loosely prepared for this in the back of my mind. I have a whole scenario kind of set up here. So Chivi, you're going to cast Sense Dead on Mr. Tibbles, and it's a spell that you're familiar with now. So go ahead. How much potency gets deducted when you cast it?
550.
Dang, really? So,
Yeah.
So you have 20 points of potency left now. Now, what's going to happen is I need you to roll a potency check.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a potency check. The maximum you can add is 20 points.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So Chivi just rolled a 64, which does not succeed the check that I have predetermined. And so...
Wait, are we sure that did you half the amount of potency required since you have the required skill level?
Yeah, I mean, my potency regularly is 570. I upped it this time.
No, but I mean, the spell, it says 550, right? So you half what it is because you have that level of skill.
Oh. No, I didn't half it.
Yeah.
So it would only be 225 to cast it.
Exactly.
I didn't realize that.
Okay,
So
so
it means you have 225 to add more if you'd like.
would you like to do that?
Yeah, I think so. Do I roll again or just add more?
Just add it. And so, excuse me, your 225 becomes 289. And so you wave your arms around and start kind of doing the various things you need to do to cast this spell, and the lights the torches and stuff dim slightly as an extravagant light begins to kind of form a halo around your eye, like head, or just at eye level, and you're able to feel everything that's around you, but you cannot sense whether people are living necessarily. You're sensing dead. And so you, knowing the information you know, feel a very powerful feeling coming from Caden. Think of it like some sort of pressure. And so that's an expected thing, but you hone your focus onto Mr. Tibbles, and you kind of are almost forcing that pressure onto Mr. Tibbles as Reg is holding him out like Simba in The Lion King.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay, Mr. Tibbles. It's gonna be all.
Mr. Tibbles, still paralyzed, eyes darting around crazily. You try your hardest to sense whether it's living or dead, and your nose starts bleeding. And it's, you like start shaking, and you are just kind of overcome with this unsure sense of anything, and then you fall to the ground, completely winded, nearly unconscious, and your nose is bleeding, and you kind of get up, and it's almost like you had gotten knocked out, but you still retained your consciousness. And so everyone kind of watches as Chivi nose starts bleeding and she falls down, slowly getting back up. The light around her eyes dissipates.
I rush to help her up and I say, "See, Reg, it's not worth it."
Listen, I'm sorry, Miss Chevy. I didn't mean. Maybe. Oh, is you all right?
Well, I think I'm okay, but the bad news is I can't tell you anything about Mr. Tipples yet.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not an immediate no, so that's something.
I can see his eyes moving and darting around everywhere, but
That's, you know what, that is what I tell Kevin, and Kevin has been very rude about that.
Just because it has eyes does not mean it is dead or living. But it does look tasty.
perhaps he's got something going on, because the more I concentrated on him, the worse I felt. And then I almost passed out.
Interesting. I don't want to sound mean or rude or nothing. You guys just learned to do this thing, right? Are you sure you did it correctly?
I'm quite sure it's working. I'm quite sure.
I mean, if you're sure.
I could sense other things, but I couldn't sense Mr. Tipples.
Oh God, there's dead things around here, isn't there? Oh, I heard sometimes things crawl into your walls and die, and that's just gross.
Indeed.
Looking at the stone walls surrounding you. So, Dederic kind of walks in. He's kind of been there in and out while you guys have been finishing up preparing. Just kind of checking on things. And he walks back in for the final time. And you all look at Lord Dederic and prepare to depart towards the Vasilician legacy. So I'm going to pull Kevin out of the equation here. Also, this is the first time you guys have really met Rog, like in any major capacity. Chivi, you know Rog very well, and so you guys are going to have some time going through the city of Mihvra together to kind of get acquainted with him a little bit more. And so you guys, as it very, very slowly loads, you guys are going to kind of walk outside of the guild house. Oh, I accidentally brought a chair with me. Weird.
It's a long trip. You might get tired.
Yeah. And so I'll zoom out for the people at home. But as you guys are walking towards the Vasilician legacy, what are you guys talking about? Lord Dederic's kind of leading the way begrudgingly. And so he just starts trudging off.
How long does the since dead thing last, by the way?
Like a minute, right?
Oh, okay. So she wouldn't have gotten a read on Dederic.
I mean, he's been in and out. When he came back in a moment ago, like, it was still active.
Miss Chevy, I got a quick question for you.
Okay.
Did Mr. Dederic, did he look like he was living or dead?
He didn't. I still am a bit cross-eyed from Mr. Tibbles, but no, I didn't get a sense of any kind of pressure or anything coming off of him.
Okay, so he's just a jerk. Got it.
Yes.
I heard
Exactly.
that, Reg.
Well, I mean, maybe if he was nice
Sorry,
to
Mr.
people.
Dederic.
It is not your place to apologize, Chibi.
Yeah, it's yours, Derek.
Don't you want the hug, Reg?
Sassy today.
Listen, our deal was I deliver you a vampire.
Reg has no chill today.
Reg is anxious about his baby boy, Mr. Tibbles.
I'm a little anxious about him now, too.
A little scrappy there, Reg.
I mean, he has to keep, very ginger care of him because as for those of you that might not have been around for Mr. Tibble's introduction, if he is thrown, his spell of being a rat ends and he becomes apparently a dagger.
Yep.
So as far
He
as
might be a really useful dagger.
as far as
We
Reg is
tried.
concerned, that would equate his friend's death, and he
Right.
doesn't really.
We've tried to get Reg to throw the rat and turn him into a dagger, and he just won't do it.
My daggers have really come in handy.
You guys tried to get me to sell it in the Azure.
You're carrying around a rat.
Rog, as they're kind of reliving these memories, you are just kind of taking it all in. What is your initial response?
Frivolous.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, rogue.
I don't think we've met before. Hello. My name is
Hello, Ridge. My name's Rog.
Rog. Okay. Yeah, I'll do my best to remember it. I don't got me pen and paper with me. But nice to meet you, I suppose.
That's important for everyone to notate. Reg does not have his pen and paper. He opted to leave that
no crayons.
at home.
Who's gonna
No
take
crayon
notes?
drawings, no nothing. He's going strictly off his own memory, guys.
Oh my goodness.
We're still right outside the house if he needs to go in and grab his crayons and
Is it okay if I grab a pen and some papers? A quill, I suppose.
Make it quick, Reg.
Then you need a bottle of ink.
Brought to you.
Reg, okay.
the letter.
I only meant it as a throwaway joke. Not that I did. So Reg gets those stuff, but in doing so, he forgets that he was going to write down Rog's name.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you guys continue south. It's been a couple minutes. Rog, do you have anything that you would like to ask your new party members, seeing as how you've been assigned to Chivi's side as her assistant?
I would, actually. So, Rog looks at Chivi and says, Commander, exactly what do the others do?
We're all here to solve mysteries. We're all investigating the vampire bites.
We're Scooby Doo, duh.
You could say we're like a well-oiled machine. A mystery machine.
Yeah, we help each other figure things out.
And we bake dragon cookies.
But I mean, specifically,
I mean, we do have a talking animal pet if we think of friend, excuse me. Kevin didn't
He's
mean
a
no
friend.
offense.
basically all here to keep each other alive.
Yeah, how exactly do you keep each other alive?
Sometimes we shoot each other in the butt.
It's simple. They don't cross bridges anymore.
We actually,
Step on bridges.
Note to self.
we actually fight quite well together. No one's killed each other yet.
Aiden in Miss Pax over there, they's really good at the healing and the tingles.
Very true.
Good. I'm quite skilled with tact and diplomacy.
I like to pride myself on that as well.
Who's
good?
who is near Rog right now?
Chivi?
TV.
Anyone else?
Hold on, I lost sight in shenanigans. We're in the map.
Now we're blind.
I haven't been moving Reg, so
Reg is lost.
Follow the road around.
He's drawing a map.
Yeah. So
I don't know,
you guys have
I
kind
put
of.
him in the middle.
So anyone near Rog, go ahead and roll a potency check or a sneak check.
I'll do a sneak check.
So yeah, go ahead and roll those. Let's see. Someone in chat roll D100 for me. We're gonna do this as a kind of like, let's see what they have to beat.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Heather got 1, 2, 3, or 100.
Totally trying to remember how to.
That's so cool.
Look at Sesame Street. Look at that.
Let's see.
Reg is a
Reg.
sneaky boy.
So Heather, you don't quite know this. Pax, you're nearby Rog. Are you doing this as well or no?
Oh, I didn't think I was close enough to roll, but I can.
Up to you.
Why not?
Why not join the fun? We're probably all about to get dynamited.
No,
You said that was
no,
us.
Sneak
That would be a
or
stamina check.
yeah, sneak or potency. So, ooh, Pax, natural one.
Wow.
Pax just tripped and took a face.
Reg, you notice there are some. You notice that on Rog, some of his equipment are engraved with certain words. Rog, what is your equipment engraved with?
So on my gauntlets, which are not actually armor, they're more for just looks, because I'm rather skilled with my unarmed combat. But on the knuckles of the gauntlets is engraved the words tact. And on my 2 axes on my back are the words diplomacy.
Oh, nice.
That makes so much sense now.
I thought you were going to say you had
Wait
hold
a
fast
minute.
across your knuckles.
Go fast.
Hold fast, like
Wait a minute, Mr. Rock.
Yes, Reg.
You said you was good with tact and diplomacy, right?
Quite, yes.
Is those the words that I see on your hands?
They are, in fact, yes.
Does that mean your hands are good? I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
Let's just say I'm very good at resolving conflict.
Pax is still getting the dust off her face from when she face planted a minute ago. She says, "Wait, so he can't talk us out of trouble?"
Out of? Probably not, no. But that's what the commander's for.
You can talk us into trouble?
Everyone is reminded of the time Chivi sold you guys out by saying we instead of her.
Oops.
Clearly, there's a lot of faith in the team going on right now.
Good times.
Everybody forgot about that day.
Yeah, everyone except everybody. So
I forgot about it.
that was probably one of my favorite moments. So the group and Lord Dederic finally arrive outside of the Vasilician Legacy, and someone had an idea, and that's what that sound was. No. And so the group and Lord Dederic enter through the entry portal into the Vasilician Legacy. And so I will kind of switch our scene here to be the Vasilician Legacy so everyone can kind of see what in fact is going on in this neck of the woods.
Oh, wait. Why am I in the... Get out. There we go.
I just copy and paste people, and they end up really wherever they want.
I've been singed.
Yeah. So as you step through the familiar mist exiting into the building, it's apparent that the members know why you are here. Lord Dederic walks forward and simply states to one of the channelers, "You know our business. Take us to Vond." The group is led back to his quarters, walking past the cage that once held Kavan. As the group enters head researcher Vaughn's quarters, he sits at his vanity, sipping through a warm beverage, and I'm gonna kind of just move us down there.
While we're walking down, for those that weren't around, Miss Chevy, Red is going to point to this cell. The man over there is the one that gave me Mr. Tibbles.
Oh.
And that's
Also, the last time we was here, we nearly got killed in a... Well, actually, no, we did get killed in a book, didn't we?
Almost
Almost.
got killed.
That's
And that's
right.
the cell we broke Kevin out of.
So the group is led back to his quarters, walking past the cage that once held Kavan. And as the group enters head researcher Vaughn's quarters, he sits at his vanity, sipping on a warm beverage. Maybe some tea, perhaps.
Oh,
Greetings,
Lord.
interrogators. Lord Dederic, welcome. Toosdae Knights, welcome. It has been some
Hi,
time
Mr.
since...
Vaughn.
Hello, Reg. It has been some time since last we all were in the same room. Let us get down to business. Ask your question.
Let's get down.
Oh my. Ask your question so I may prove my unwavering innocence in the matter at hand. Lord Dederic walks forward for a moment and says, "We will surely do so. Let us all sit, for we are all civilized individuals. We need not pressure one another, just simply here to ask some much-needed questions for some much-needed knowledge. So, let us all take a seat." You notice that there are seats kind of around the room. And so Lord Dederic says, "Now, Vond, you know why we are here. We are here to simply ask questions. I will allow the Toosdae Knights to be the ones asking the questions, and I will mediate. For if you are proven to be a vampire, or if we have some indication that you know what is happening here in the city, you will be taken right to the Queen and judgment dealt swiftly. However, if you are proven innocent here, we will simply leave. So, Toosdae Knights, ask your questions."
Can we just break his fingers until he tells us what we want to know?
I mean,
No, Rog.
wouldn't you
Not
eventually
yet.
say yes because you don't want your fingers broken?
No one is to harm Vonderog. That goes for the rest of you, especially you, Reg.
Haha.
Wait, why would I do nothing? The last time me and Mr. Van hung out, we got him off on a murder charge.
You have been quite hot today. Quick-tempered, something I'm not prepared for right now, so reel it in.
Well, no, you see, the difference is, Mr. Derek, Mr. Van over there, yeah, he's never been mean to me.
Do you have brain worms?
I can assure you I don't have brainworms, and to be honest, Reg, no, I haven't been mean to you that you can understand, so it's been quite pleasant.
Okay, I know how we do this, guys. Hey, Mr. Van.
You need
Is you
not
a
address me,
vampire?
you are clearly talking to me. Sorry, what was that?
Is you a vampire?
No, I am assuredly not a vampire.
Okay, hey,
I use
that's what I got.
Dead to examine him.
Okay, so you
I
cast
try to
sense-
do it discreetly.
Ooh, roll a sneak check. Let's see how discreetly you do this.
Yeah, hopefully you won't fall down with a nosebleed.
Should we start crying, Caden?
Yeah, when in doubt.
Just call me 11.
So, Caden, you begin to kind of try and very stealthily cast Sense Dead. And as you do so, head researcher Vaughn says, "Ah, yes. Sense Dead, a modest spell. One that will surely be telling, and I can assure you, I answered truthfully. I'm no vampire." And as you cast your spell, it's confirmed. You don't sense anything dead about him. Now, I do need you to roll a potency check.
A proper potency check, or I can use my health.
Yeah, you can use your health. You got blood magic.
Do you believe in blood magic? Well, you know it's true.
Well, I have a question for Vond.
Yes.
I've done it wrong.
Just the wrong.
We've got it on good authority that this rumored vampire has aided the city in the past. Any ideas on who this vampire agent might be?
I'll answer your question 1 second. So, Caden, good potency check, 581. You added 500. So as you are sensing dead on head researcher Vond, you determine he's not, and then your gaze is drawn towards Reg's backpack. You can't feel anything, but you kind of catch that you are about to make the same mistake Chivi made in trying to determine whether or not this animated rat dagger is alive or dead. And so you kind of catch yourself and break yourself out of the trance there. No nosebleed, no nothing like that. So
Do something.
yeah.
Hey, buddy, you okay?
Tibbles or Caden?
To Cajun.
You
Just sees his
not
buddies-
notice what I was doing.
Sorry, I know. Just seeing him getting a little bit. Like, you okay, buddy? Do you need some crackers or something?
I'm fine.
I got some ambiguously dead crackers. So, Chivi, what was your question again? Sorry.
This rumored vampire has aided the city in the past. Any ideas on who this vampire might be?
I have my suspicions. I believe it to be someone in this very room.
Ah, that's absurd.
Commander, he does have brain worms.
I can tell you, I'm not one of them vampire things, so you know.
Are you making accusations against the Toosdae Knights? Or our guide here?
I believe that somebody in the Toosdae Knights is highly steeped in magics that they are not prepared for, and some that they have not attained of their own accord.
Okay, I'll come clean. I have been practicing the healing magic in secret at night in my bed months now. I can do a couple of spells. It's kind of neat, but I'm not like as good as Miss Pax or my best buddy Caden. But I wanted to keep it a secret and try and impress them. But you know what? Yeah, you're right. I wasn't being honest. Thank you. I feel much better for clearing the air.
Now, is Dederic a caster of any sort?
Yes, he is. You've seen him cast spells that deal with healing and anything that would be considered an abomination or unnatural. You know that he's skilled in reconstitution. So, Reg, as you are just getting all of this very heavy, weighty information off of your chest, head researcher Vaughn kind of looks around like, you can't be serious, right? And then he says, no, Reg, while I understand the weight of what you've been burdened with, trying to better yourself, no, you see, there is something far greater at play here. Someone in this room, I'm not sure who, has been gifted something far beyond their own ability. You, Reg, you have exemplified that one can study and be determined to achieve something, and you've done so through your study.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I'm not sure who exactly it is, but I know someone in this room carries that burden. Albeit very well, but it is a burden. Make no mistake.
We've all been gifted things, Vond.
I heal myself.
Okay. Ah, Pax. What have you been gifted? Got these sweet
A
robes.
super sweet, yeah. Nothing gifted. Everything that I've just picked up on my own.
I can think of one thing I was gifted. Reg pulls Mr. Tibbles out.
That is
What
true.
is that accursed thing? Lord Dederic,
it's
how have you
his
allowed him to
glorious
handle
burden.
that?
Actually, your buddy in that cell over there, in the research room over there, he actually gave me that last time we was here. His name is Mr. Tibbles.
I have it on good authority that's indeed not true.
Well, I named him Mr. Tibbles.
No, that you were given him the last time you were here.
I mean, the guy gave it to me. I don't know.
Fine. Pax, what have you been gifted?
Gifted? Sounds like you know, so why don't you tell me?
I'm lost.
I have a sense of things steeped in high potency, and from that side of the room I can feel something. It's as though it's a light in a beacon in the darkness. What do you carry that
Probably my
tains my
perfume.
attention?
Well, at least she has a delightfully positive personality.
I find that highly unlikely.
I am wearing a new perfume. It's probably what you're picking up on.
Lord Dederic, I would keep my eye on her if I were you. I will make note of it, Vond. Do any of you have any more questions?
Do you know any vampires?
I missed out on some of this. My machine's rebooting.
You're good.
Oh.
He's
But just to let you know.
all good.
His brain's rebooting.
Vaughn was just complimenting me on my new perfume that I'm wearing.
Not true in the slightest.
He might be. Let's just say Vaughn might be sensing the presence of someone who used to live here and know exactly what we did.
I thought we already had this conversation with him. Sorry, sidebar. I thought we already had the conversation with him
With
So
who?
he's sensing Kavan.
with Vond about Kavan.
No, he is still unaware that you guys.
Oh,
Busted him out.
I could have sworn.
But Kavan's not undead, is he?
No, he's not.
he's not, but-
He's a
But
magical
he
boy.
is in the form of a bird and not his normal form. So, yeah, that's why I'm.
That's what he's
not
sensing.
saying anything. I guess I don't know.
So
Okay.
Well, if it's all about form changes, there's also Mr. Tibbles.
Well,
True.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe he is undead.
Mr.
Blame it all on the
Vaughn,
rat.
while we're here, you know the spell he was using to see if you was dead or not.
indeed, I do.
We tried to use it on Mr. Tibbles to settle a debate if Mr. Tibbles was alive or not.
Seriously,
It blew
Rich.
our minds.
But it kinda hurt our friend doing it.
Is
So
this pertinent to the investigation?
I'll be right back. I need to go use the restroom. I
yes,
excuse myself from the room.
since we need to vamp for time, I believe it is absolutely appropriate to get an answer to this question. I'm just wondering, since your man made Mr. Tibbles and used a very smart person with the
Lord
magics and
Dederic
whatnot.
chimes in. Reg, put the rat dagger away. This is not
I just
pertinent
wanted-
to the investigation.
I just want confirmation that my sweet little friend Mr. Tibbles is alive, that's all.
Reg, I'm going to say this to you once. Do you care for this thing?
Very much so, yes.
Then it is alive because you care for it. There, put it away now.
Wow, Mr. Derek, that is, I think, the very nicest thing you've ever said to me. Thank you.
See, he can be nice to you, Reg.
Always be nice
It was
to
almost
Mr.
a hug.
Tibbles.
Chivi, espionage and lead interrogator. Do you have more questions for Vond?
So, Vaughn, you don't think the burden that you're sensing is Mr. Tibbles?
I can assure you, that magic is quite common.
He's more than common,
Okay.
thank you kindly.
Even
Reg covers Mr. Tibble's tiny ears.
I don't think that the Toosdae Knights have anything to. We're not the vampires. So, outside of this room, is there anything you can tell us about local vampires or anyone who's of suspicion that you've heard anything about or that you've noticed?
Or
Well-
anyone meeting stupid young women in back alleys at midnight?
Yeah, we did have a strange room with
Please
that.
don't answer that.
Wait a minute. Rock,
Wait, that was wrong last week.
Mr. Rock, are you meeting a young
Rock, are you a
lady
friend?
tonight?
Real quick, Rog just confirmed that he's been luring ladies into back alleys, faking to be a Norethel prince.
That's where you were last weekend, Rock.
I don't want to talk about it.
Chibi can fire
Rock, you don't have to trick. You don't have to trick women into hanging out with you. I hear that there's these things called prostitutes, and you give them money, and they'll be your friend.
No, Reg. See, I have this thing called a playbook.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Commander, permission to interrogate.
Reg.
Well-
Interrogating a Reg.
No violence.
Oh my.
Just stares blankly.
No violence.
How else do you interrogate people?
So, Vond, if you're not the vampire, and we're not the vampire, and Dederic is not the vampire,
Who else is of suspicion?
Where's the vampire?
Sorry, Pax, didn't mean to interrupt.
Rog, you okay there?
Good cop,
He's
good
got,
cop,
like, severe
dumb cop,
tunnel
and
vision.
Batman.
Good
Yeah,
cop.
that's the
Wait,
plan.
can I be Batman?
Not
Head
with those
researcher
socks
Vaughn says,
Aw.
well, seeing as how it can't be the imbecile, and it can't be the bloodthirsty, also imbecile, that leaves Pax, Caden, and Chibi.
Bloodthirsty, though.
Oh, wait a minute.
Two in
Did
Chibi?
you just call Caden stupid? Because he's my best buddy. That's not very...
No, Reg,
Wait,
this
why
goes
are you
back to
saying
me
that it
saying
has
that
to
I've
be
only
one
said
of
polite
us?
things to you despite them going over your head. No,
What?
the people in the room in question are Chibi, Pax, and Caden, because you see,
Caden's not in the room. He went to the bathroom.
Caden, a likely...
Caden's running out the city.
You didn't hear him excuse himself like 5 minutes ago?
Pax, Chibi, I would implore you, use the Sense Dead spell if you think that there are more, if you believe me, that one of you are... I can teach it to you, I can give you a scroll, but I assure you, one of you, Hayden included, is the culprit that you guys seek.
I'll take a scroll, please. I like those.
An additional question, Vond,
Yes,
and
Pax.
Dederic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's more than one vampire in the world.
Right.
So even if we do find a vampire, how do we know it's the correct one?
It's not the one.
Right?
That is an excellent question, Dederic. Why don't you answer that for us all?
Are you throwing shade?
Shade has to been cast. Lord Dederic looks over and says, we've measured each and every bite, each and every instance, each and every case. They are in the exact position, with the exact same measurements, the exact puncture size, the exact width apart. It has to be the same exact person doing these things.
Mr. Derek, you kind of did not remember to tell us this part.
Last week.
I told you that there was one singular vampire.
Yeah, no, I know you told us that part, but you didn't tell us that you got numbers to back it up. Like, if you got people that you're suspecting, why don't you just whip out a ruler and look at the teeth?
Yeah.
Or can people's teeth kind of be similar? Like, what are the odds that it's only one person's teeth are this far apart?
Well, you see, Reg, despite my extreme gifting in hunting abominations, I am not as gifted as, say, our friend Vond here in terms of the potent arts. For he may be easily able to see through disguise. I, however, am not so gifted, but I do have this potion. He pulls out his potion. He says, when worse comes to worse, I use this to make sure that my suspicions are indeed correct. So, when the time comes, Vaughn, before we depart here, you will certainly be drinking from this potion, because it will prove to me beyond a shadow of a doubt, once and for all, whether or not you are or are not indeed the vampire we seek.
I mean,
we couldn't have just led with that.
I mean, you used the dead vision. You used your dead eyes and said he wasn't dead. I mean, wouldn't that spoil it for him?
Are there spells that can confuse once dead?
Schrödinger spell?
I am not very esteemed in the potent arts, as said previously, so I know that this potion will work despite whatever deception is being cast our way. Now, in truth, it is highly likely that this isn't a single person acting alone. I highly suspect that there are multiple people involved in this situation. And so that is why we're interrogating Vaughn here. We need to know whether or not he is in league with the vampire. We will know soon.
So they
enough.
sharing teeth?
Yeah.
So, Vaughn, other vampires, who do you know?
Well, I can't say that I know many vampires, though I do have it on good authority according to not only the dossier reported by Pax Reg, the Queen herself, and along with Lord Dederic, that you, in fact, the Toosdae Knights, seem to know more vampires than I. Run-ins with the Morvale vampires multiple times, working with them to assist the Silver Shadow. Highly dubious behavior, if you ask me. Wouldn't you say so, Dederic?
I mean,
was
you
there.
guys
You were not Vaughn. What was that, Reg?
We all worked together to stop Mr. Ghostman from killing us all. That was a team thing.
Indeed.
That was.
Have you ever heard of teamwork?
It makes the dream work.
I shape change into myself as a living person.
Oh,
okay.
And I come back into the room.
Welcome back, Caden. I suspect that you did something while you were away.
He went to the bathroom.
He was dropping the kids off at the pool.
I'd like to go on record. I think that's our very first poo joke on stream. It's been 27 episodes and 3 one-shots, guys. We finally made it.
That's 29 episodes too many.
Yeah. So he looks at you and says, Caden, would you like me to cast Greater Negate on you?
Hey, you try to negate my magic item, and you're gonna die where you stand.
You know just as well as I that it will not be a permanent thing on the items. However, it will reveal if you are, in fact, hiding anything from us.
You and your shenanigans.
Hey, listen, I'm not taking too kindly to the way you talk, buddy.
Right,
Caden
Caden
said you had a way to reveal people.
Oh, yeah.
the potion.
Well, no, not the potion. I got these scrolls of necrotic heal, and I figure we can just slap them on. It doesn't do. Wait, it hurts.
Let's just use the potion.
Okay, sorry.
Are we all in agreement then?
Yes.
What's it taste like?
Pitter patter.
Fine. I don't know what it tastes like, Reg. I haven't actually imbibed it myself. But I assure you, it will taste like justice. So, Vaughn.
So it's justice like a cinnamon or a cherry.
Vaughn walks over and hands head researcher Vaughn a very small vial, and kind of steps back, not like a confident step back, not like a hesitant something might go wrong. And as he does so, he turns to the group and says, and kind of like gives making eye contact nod type of deal, like, hey, get ready, just in case something goes awry.
Reg pulls Winter.
And he turns back around.
I rest my hands behind my back.
Okay. Vaughn says, Reg, I assure you, there will be no need for violence here, especially in my own quarters. I wouldn't want to clean up a mess such as this. So, I will drink this vial, and I'm sure something will happen, but I assure you it will reveal that I am not the vampire you seek. He takes a swig of the potion.
I activate my ring.
Okay.
On him.
Tofu said, I heard justice tastes sweet. No, wait, that's revenge. Mihvra says, I prefer revenge and I prefer it cold. So as he's taking a swig of the potion, Caden uses his ring, and you can see a light beginning to form around him, almost like he's standing inside a very large beam of light. And the light is kind of like a dim white at this moment, and it kind of starts fading, a light blue and then like a light red, and kind of going back and forth. Clearly it's some sort of determination. And then a moment passes and it becomes red, and the look on Vaughn's face is one of terror. And Lord Dederic simply states, well, it appears that you talked a bold talk, but yet the potion prevails just how it is designed. And Vaughn kind of now the look of scare kind of leaves his face, and he looks more calm now. And he says, an excellent ploy, Toosdae Knights. I'm not quite sure what you did there, but I fear it will not be enough. Von Ordolf may be more experienced, but he is significantly outclassed in this regard. Maybe Karazikol can do what my operatives in Evrevar could not. Vaughn holds his hand out and snaps a finger, at which point Lord Dederic falls to the floor, his life force completely gone.
I cast paralyze on Vaughn.
Hold on. Lord Dederic is dead, and as his body hits the floor, a swirling mist engulfs you. Go ahead and... What did you say you were doing? You were casting
I was going to cast paralyze.
Go ahead and cast it. Make a roll.
What roll is it? Let me...
It should be an attack roll, I think.
I mean, if I hug him, does it still count?
So anyone who's trying to take an action against Vaughn right now, go ahead and do so. Like I said, Lord Dederic is now dead. Okay.
Would it just be a chance for one shot, or the 3 that you normally normal round?
This would just be kind of like a quick reaction thing. You can certainly fire all 3, but who's ever doing anything right this second needs to say exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, Reg already had Winter out, so he's firing straight at Vaughn.
Okay, roll your attacks.
This is going to be for...
That's 2 crits.
But I'm going to use my...
I have Rock Cage. I could throw that on him.
Okay. Anyone
Pax
else?
is gonna... Yeah, Pax had her bow itching. She fires one shot, and it's not a great one.
No, but still...
I got a 325. It says 400, but it's really a 325 because I don't get my Frost Disciple bonus.
Okay. So you guys notice the swirling mist around you. Rog, are you taking any action?
The first thing I'm going to do is turn to Chibi. Commander, what are your orders?
What? I don't know what. I don't have any orders for you right now, Rog. I'm a little overwhelmed.
No, Rog takes no action.
Age.
The commander has failed me.
He's a lot of direction, Rog.
You need to take a little initiative.
So you all fire and do whatever you can to try and hit Vaughn. And Reg, one of your shots hits him in the arm, and you can see him wince in pain, but appears to not do a significant amount of damage as you're used to seeing from your target. He laughs. Oh, you think that will stop me? A nice try for sure. The swirling mist continues to grow and grow. And as you look down and see that the ground around you is slowly morphing into a different environment, you see Vaughn and his quarters begin to fade from view. And just as he almost is out of view, he simply says, "You stole my dragon. Maybe now Krazakol will do what I have bid him to do." And you appear in a desert area, gazing out from atop a humongous rock formation shaped like a griffin. And as you each are sucked through the portal, I'm going to go ahead and move everybody. As you each are sucked through the portal, the sun beats down from above you. A deep, monstrous flapping sound can be heard from above. Your attention shifts from the sound as a quake rumbles behind you. Krazakol, the venerable green dragon, lands and lets loose a ferocious and intimidating roar. He rears back and breathes a storm of electricity at the group. Make a stamina check.
Oh.
Everything.
Oh my goodness, my rolls are so bad.
Yeah, this is not great.
Does Kevin need a roll?
Yeah, is Kevin still here?
Yeah, he's still perched
Okay.
on you, which will be its own kind of issue here in a moment.
Hey, for the sake of lore and those following at home, he said something about Evervarth or whatever.
Evrivar.
Was that the like the underground labyrinth we were in?
Mm-hmm.
So he just outed himself as being behind the Azur invasion?
Yes, he did. And he also was the person that was solely responsible for the cave-in Evervar that forced you into the Azur.
Oh, man.
That Vaughn.
So everyone
Glad we stole
had to beat a
Told you he had
421.
brainworms.
Do what?
Reg, you're the only person that beat 421. So everyone else is going to take 250 points of damage.
Oof. Look out! Red says as he dives.
Reg, you're good. Chibi. I'm sorry, Pax.
I just updated. Whoop, hold on, I just updated mine. Sorry.
I updated mine also.
Okay, cool. I'll just manage
Did you put?
Ray and Chibi if the rest of you guys want to do it.
Okay. Did you put back what you?
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So everyone, go ahead and roll initiative.
Stellar as always.
Well, Pax got
Wow.
you beat.
Whoa!
Caden rolled a 7. Pax rolled a 1.
That's my second one. That's
Second one, right?
broken. It's broken.
Just roll a whole bunch of rolls real quick.
Right?
You've rolled 2 1s in a row.
Yep. Oh, no, not in a row, but 2 ones this evening.
2 nat ones in the same night from the same person there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you've only made those 2 rolls.
No, I rolled for a couple
shot
other things,
at,
but they were still pretty low.
Oh, that was before that, though, right?
Yeah, she tripped in the street.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
No, it
Oh,
was
yeah,
the other
yeah, I
than
see
that
it.
one.
Yeah, you did get a couple more in there beforehand.
Yeah.
All right. So, Rog, roll another D100 real quick. Roll better than a 2. Good job. All right. So Rog is gonna go first, then Karazakal, and then we'll go down through the rest of the party. So Rog, what do you do first?
I'm gonna move to attack wherever this creature is. I'm
So,
not zoomed out.
Just
I see it now.
for reference, everyone will kind of just center up. For reference, you are on basically a large platform, like plateau type of thing, and you're at the top of it. There's a steep, and what I'm doing is kind of going around pointing out on our map here. That little circular area is a steep cliff face. So you really, unless you can float down safely or want to basically jump to your doom, you're kind of trapped atop this peak. Now, Karazakal can fly, obviously, but he can also, he right now he's kind of like on his haunches, kind of clasping at the top of this peak that's shaped like a griffin. So he's kind of like clawing his way around, like, like almost like, King Kong on a building, that type of vibe. So you can still reach his arms and like his head and neck and everything. But the rest of his body is kind of tapered and coiled around this sculpture or rock formation, whatever you want to call it. So.
Okay.
Okay, so we can only move not past this part.
Basically, yeah. The cliff face is kind of what you're limited by.
Okay, so there's no way to like run over and jump onto his back or anything.
Oh, you can run over and jump like onto his neck or his shoulders, or even his like the base of his wings if you really wanted to.
His head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
Okay.
Wings and toes.
That's what I was thinking.
If you want to go for it, go for it.
6, 8. So that's 8 squares. Yeah. I'm running.
Okay. So what exactly does Rog do in this scenario?
All right. So I'm not going to use my X's. Rog just takes off full speed running and attempts to leap or climb, grasping the beast's nose, nostrils, or whatever handhold I can get to try and get behind his head is my goal here. And then once there, I would like to just begin punching as hard as I can.
Okay. So
So I don't know how many attacks I'll be able to make from that kind of movement and whatnot.
So you're going to need to make a stamina check to basically leap up and start climbing. Now, because you're kind of doing this unarmed, you can kind of combine everything so you can like punch and do all that while climbing.
Okay. So first I got to make a stamina check. Gotcha.
You know, with those knuckles you've got on, it'd be like have you ever seen in the comics Wolverine climbing with his claws?
Yeah.
That's a good analogy there. Vral says, it caught me. If you want to go for it, go for it. It's a trap. Don't trust the Dark Master.
Anytime you hear David clarify, you're like, can I do this? He's like, well, you can try.
Right.
Yeah.
It is possible though. I managed to shoot myself out of a bow.
Yeah, unless it's completely outlandish, I'll usually allow it. It's just gonna be a little bit tougher to do. So in this scenario, like, You had to beat a 289. You rolled 368. Great job. And so you leapt onto it and kind of grasped around its neck, like hugging it. And so now you're going to try and swing yourself up. And as you're doing so, you're going to try and make some punches, I'd imagine, as well?
Yes.
All right, so go for
how
it.
many... It says that unarmed I can make, because I'm all the way, maxed out or whatever. It says I can make 6 unarmed attacks. So
Yes.
how many would I be able to make
All 6.
in conjunction? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
All
you can,
right.
Do it.
kick
Go
it.
crazy.
You can use your feet for this as well, so. Just go ahead and roll all 6, and I'll let you know what hits and what doesn't.
Know how bad you fail.
What's your critical chance?
15%.
So 1 is a critical hit, and the rest do not hit.
Okay, and so that 1 critical would be 300 damage.
Nice, okay. Good on you.
It has 30,000 health. Congratulations.
Right?
Venerable
Yep.
So yeah.
Fashion.
Oh my.
All right, so you guys, everyone else, what just happened? This giant venerable dragon lands down and just lets loose this intimidating, really just deafening roar. And in response, Rog yells back, runs at it, leaps on behind its neck, and starts punching the crap out of it. And everyone else just kind of stares blankly for a moment. And in response, Karazikal is going to try and whip his neck and head around, do a little whip and nay-nay, trying to get Rog off of his neck. And so, Rog, I'm going to need you to do another stamina check.
This is where you die.
Oh boy. Oops, not 400. I'm using the last of my stamina.
Okay, well, the good news is he didn't try very hard, so you're still on there. Now, as he's kind of doing this, he's also going to try and flap his wings exceptionally hard to try and blow everyone else off of this cliff face, or this rock formation. And so everyone else on the ground, I'm going to need you to make another stamina check as well.
We haven't regained any stamina from the last one, have we?
From the one you did a moment ago?
Yeah.
Correct, and no one.
Neat.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, who's dying?
Oh, such a good roll, and it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, not great, guys, not great. But 60 was the number to beat, which doesn't help.
Pax, you missed it by 1.
I didn't have any more. I don't have any more stamina.
It's always one with Pax.
Reg actually beat a roll with a straight roll for once.
All right, so Reg, roll another stamina check for me. If it's 70 or higher, you are going to give Pax her additional 1.
Here we go.
Nope, not at all.
Sorry, Pax.
So everyone is going to fly backward from Karazikal exactly 8 squares. Exactly 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chivi, close. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then everyone go ahead and roll straight.
Reg passed his check.
Oh, I'm sorry. Reg just knelt down. Now, you guys are kind of knocked onto your backs. Chivi, your head is actually hanging off the precipice of this plateau, and you kind of roll over and look down, and there is a 60-ish foot drop that you are just hanging on, not hanging on for dear life, but you are just feet away from completely dropping to your doom. And so that's Karazikal's turn. He is still trying to get Rog off of his shoulders, and his wings have now stopped flapping ferociously. Reg, you are up next.
Do we know relatively what the range of his big giant maw is?
He has the capacity to move across this.
Okay. So Reg first is going to turn back to make sure everyone's still alive and shout, "You need to scatter!" And then he's going to run up to about here.
So just to the left of him?
Yeah, staying just to the side.
His right. His left, your right.
Correct.
Okay.
I'll add my stamina back in a minute. Firing with Winter. Firing 1. Probably nothing. That was a really bad roll.
Not great.
No crits, but hopefully something did something.
Nope.
No.
So
okay,
Reg fires quickly, trying to land anything he can, and it just kind of it either misses completely, and the one that does hit him just kind of breaks across one of his dragon scales, and it doesn't seem to phase him in the slightest. Chivi, you're up.
I actually have Slow Fall as a known spell.
You're just gonna leap off?
I was thinking about it. I'm about to fall off anyway. But I don't have any stamina, so I guess I can't cast it.
That's a potency thing. But also, you're not off the ledge. You just came very, very close to it.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll climb back up.
Okay. Well,
as much as I can.
Think the climax of Ghostbusters, where they're all kind of like one body part off the top of the apartment building.
That's a great way to. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
So I'm gonna climb back up and
business time in the chat for everyone about to try and kill this dragon.
I'm gonna do Rock Cage. I'm gonna try to cast Rock Cage on him to see if I can stall him any.
Okay, go ahead and cast it. So these giant rocks come out of the ground and begin to try and encase Karazikal. He is just very, very big. And as
He's a meaty boy.
Yeah, as it's doing so, his every motion and movement just kind of rages against the rock structure that you've created, and it doesn't seem to work at all.
So I get to do all 3 of my turns?
So that was your spell. You can cast another spell, or you can do like one ranged attack, basically.
I'm going to cast Paralyze and see if I can slow him down that way.
Okay.
Falling off that ledge really shook me up.
Yeah. So
or almost falling.
Paralyze, I think you got to touch him, right?
I don't know.
I'll double check.
Can look.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, single target melee range.
Okay, so do you want to run up to him?
Yes.
With a fresh roll.
With a fresh roll, please.
Yeah. So you're able to get right up on him, and as his head is kind of, yawing and pitching back and forth, you're able to basically like jump up and like slap your hand against his face to try and paralyze him, like one
boop
big old
snoot.
slap. yeah, one snoot boop. But it doesn't quite take effect. Caden, you're up.
Excuse me in chat while I try to summon the powers of RNGesus.
Okay, I'm having a little bit of problem here. If someone can roll for me.
Yeah, I got
you. 2 cold
Who do you want to
gusts.
roll?
Okay.
2 cold gusts, left and right at the dragon.
Yeah, not
What's
me.
your bonus?
And it's going to be plus 350. I believe you can see the cold gust a little bit higher up in the.
What's your critical chance?
This is spell. I think it's 90. I don't think there's an ability to increase your crit spells.
I'm double checking.
No.
You get 15% at master.
Okay, so that was.
Okay, then it's
Are you
85.
master?
I am master in all schools.
So then, yeah, you
that I
get a
have.
15% chance.
Okay, so 86 to 100. You missed a crit by 1 point.
Oh. Okay, we now know the theme of the night, missing by 1 point.
1 point.
So both of those don't quite work. Are you going to do anything else?
Nope, that's it. Those are my.
Okay.
Was anybody hurt?
Emotionally.
I mean, everyone
okay.
took the electrical storm damage except Reg, I think. But
That's okay. I'm good.
do you want to move closer to the dragon or another location?
Away from the ledge.
I do move away from the ledge. I do look for a secure place to stand so I can't just be pushed.
Okay, you kind of mosey yourself into the middle of the rock area. Now,
just mosey.
yeah, just a slight, perusement over into the rock area. After Caden is Pax, and Pax, on your turn, Kevin is going to turn to you and simply say,
Pax, I am confused. This is one of my kin, yet we are trying to kill him. I feel uncomfortable.
We're trying to kill him mostly because he's trying to kill us. However, if you would like to either turn into dragon and talk him down, or sit this one out, you might want to find yourself a safe place. But we might all be barbecued.
I feel like I cannot talk my way out of this. He is quite intimidating.
Not gonna lie. Go find a safe place, but I'm a little sad.
I will stay on you to provide some morale.
To identify the corpse.
Appreciate you, buddy.
If it comes down to it, my loyalties lie to you.
All right. Pact is going to... I get to move 8 squares, correct?
Feed him a cookie.
Cookie.
yes, you can move 8 squares.
6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I think that puts me about here. Can I see these eggs?
So you can't. If you move closer, you can peer down and see the little eggs over on the 60-foot drop area. But you'll have to get closer than you are now.
Could Kevin provide aerial reconnaissance?
Potentially.
Well, if I can't see them at this point, I can't tell Kevin to...
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted, you could just be like, look for anything that could help us.
That's true. Kevin, since you're not going to attack, use your eyes. Can you go up higher and see if there's anything around?
Indeed.
All right,
So-
cool. And then,
You send him up while you take your actions.
yep, I'm going to somehow not shoot Chibi and shoot the dragon with truth shot, and we'll see how good this bow really
If
is.
you shoot another friend in the butt,
Rog instantly gets shot through the eyes.
Right?
Oh, you guys! Yeah, Pax has flashbacks and yells, "Duck!"
no, Pax is a dragon.
Two
And
hits and a
that
crit.
88 is a crit and deals 445 damage.
The crit does?
The crit does, yeah.
And how much
Oh
is
wait,
the...
no, that's crits are multiplied by 2,
And you get that additional, 150?
and I get another 150.
And paralyzed chance.
So it is it's 890
I got
plus
it.
150.
445
Thank
is your base damage?
Yes.
Okay. And then I have to roll a paralyzed chance.
Yes, sir.
Si, senor.
It does not work by 1 point.
Seriously?
What did we say? Tonight's
Oh
theme.
my word.
One near misses is the night's theme. So, as you loose your arrows into this thing, Kevin kind of drops back down and says,
It appears to have a brood of hatchlings that are yet unhatched. I don't know if that is helpful, but it is a
That's great. That's hostages.
Or baby dragons.
What?
Can you pick up one of the eggs and bring it up here?
Suda.
Or are they too big?
I am hesitant to do that.
Okay. Good information, bud. Thank you.
Indeed.
We'll call it Plan B.
oh. Never mind the rolls I'm making. I'm just making sure that he was actually hit correctly by Pax.
This is you.
Thank you.
So after that is Rog's turn.
Rog immediately draws his 2 axes
What are
in
their
the
names
name of
again?
diplomacy.
Roll them.
I get 4 attacks, so I'm just kind of trying to, because I'm assuming behind the head I'm at like the neck area, so I feel like in Rog's mind this is a smaller portion of the body to try and cut through. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I have
2
a
crits.
20% crit.
Yep.
2 critties.
Okay.
How much damage is that?
They each do his 125 normally. And then it also says I have a 5% chance of decapitation.
On things of your level or lower.
Okay. I had that scribbled down.
Excited.
I know,
I had it
everyone was
scribbled
like,
down,
oh
but
my
I didn't know what it
goodness.
meant.
Yeah, you're good.
That would have been awesome.
So yeah, things of your level or lower. That
would have been
means
amazing.
I rolled 5. If I roll 5 or lower, insta kill. So you said 125 is your base damage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you have plus 150 to that then, or no? Oh, you're using axes.
That's all I wrote down was damage 125.
Okay. So you just dealt 500 damage to this thing. Good job. After Rog's turn, he Karazakol is going to take flight, and
Oh boy.
so you he kind of flies around, and as he's doing so, he is going to send a line of electricity just like that, kind of across the whole area. And so everyone there, Chivi, Caden, and Reg, need to roll another stamina check, else to be taking that damage.
Okie dokie.
Woohoo!
Have we recovered any stamina yet?
One
Hoping
turn's
that's
worth.
enough.
We'll see.
I'm probably too shy of being a critical success for stamina.
That is a thick boy.
Yeah, this thing is huge. I'm trying to find the place where I can rotate him, because
No.
I've since lost it. There's like one singular button on this thing that'll allow me to rotate.
In your mind's eye, the dragon is you.
I found it. It just took me a minute.
By the way, is Rog still holding on?
And that's what he's going to have to do. You're going to have to make a stamina
was gonna
check there,
say.
Rog.
All right. I'm using my little 10-hole stamina I regained.
Well, with a 99. Yeah, you're good.
I got
right.
like one hand on him. I throw my fist up in the air.
The axes are kind of caught in his neck,
Oh
and so
god,
you're
he's
using
riding
those as
him like
range.
Falcor.
No, that's not what. Nope, not happening.
You made this happen.
You're a little heavy, buddy.
This is your fault.
Oh,
So-
I missed that bear.
Aw. Do you though?
Honestly, that's like my favorite character we've had in a while.
Well, I'm glad someone liked him. All right. So, what is everyone's roll? We got 94, 106. Heather with the 28. I'm sorry, Chivi with the 28, and you guys are all going to take some damage, most likely. So no one broke 378. So that means,
No, we did not.
nope.
Well, someone got a 99. Oh, wait, that's his roll to hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
was
like
that
a critical success percentage for stamina checks?
Yes, and it's a natural 100.
Oh.
But that was for him
Was
to
the
hold
4
on.
for something else? I was hoping that was his damage roll.
No, the 4 was for Rog to hold on.
Oh, okay.
So everyone
Not
else,
falling
with the
die.
exception of
Thanks,
Pax,
Rog.
though, is going to take another 250 damage.
250.
Yep, I got you, Chivi. Pax, you're
Thank you.
good. You weren't caught in the landslide.
Hooray!
The landslide of fire. Whoops.
He's
So-
spitting hot fire.
Yes. Oh, there's a button where I can just click to clear my drawings. Hey, there it goes. All right, so now that I've cleared the drawing, we are back to Reg.
So Reg is going to run across to about here. And gotta give this the old college try.
Tofu said that she's imagining Rog on the dragon bull riding style.
Well, he's
Trying to hold on.
How many seconds is in a round?
Like 10-ish.
Oh,
Okay, so he's been on 2 rounds. He wins. You only have to hold on for 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so Reg is shooting at that big old dragon face.
Make it happen, Captain.
Firing 1, 2, and
Ooh, you have to
From that
reload
one.
your crossbow that doesn't have ammo. Are you moving anywhere else, Reg?
that sounds ominous.
Oh, I just noticed that you moved. Sorry. I thought you were still in the same spot.
No.
Okay. After Reg is Chivi.
So
Tofu said that makes
I-
everyone else the rodeo clowns.
Oh.
You're not wrong, Tofu.
Yeah. All right, so Chivi.
I was gonna run up to him and throw my daggers at him.
Do it.
Just give it a try.
Now, before you do that, do you have marksmanship?
I think you do.
I don't know. They've worked before. Do I have marksmanship?
Yes, but not
No.
very well.
They've done okay before. No, I don't.
Okay. You can do what you would like.
that's a trick question.
That's very
know,
specific.
If you don't have marksmanship, you don't have any extra points to add to your attack.
Right.
I think before, when you've used your daggers, you stabbity stabbed, right?
It says I attack and then I have a plus number to it, but I don't really. That's not marksmanship.
I think that's
No,
your
that's your
stabby
normal
stab.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have any other fighting options. Trying to think. Could try to paralyze him again.
True.
But it didn't work too well. Okay, I'll try to paralyze him again.
Okay. So Chivi is going to run up and slap him in the face again.
That's a bad dragon.
Nice.
It's a good roll, but not good enough.
Oops.
250. Now, while you're up there trying to boop him in the face, you can also try and stab him with your dagger.
Right. All right, might as well. Can't hurt.
Ral said they worked before, David. Well, yes, but actually no. They have worked before on much weaker enemies. So
No.
I love that meme, by the way.
yeah. Oh, Heather.
What terrible rolls.
Yeah, this is not great for anybody. So she rolled a natural 4, but has a plus 130, but not good enough. So you kind of just leap up there and just flail wildly in the air and nothing happens. After Chivi is Caden. Chivi, you can move somewhere else if you would like. Or
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you already moved, didn't you?
I did.
Okay.
So I'll just stay at his mouth.
Okay. Caden, back to you.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yep.
All right, so I am going to cast Ice Arrow, not from the sword, but the actual spell at him. It'll be the same as Cold Gust, but different damage. I'll throw the Cold Gust roll for the Ice Arrow. Does 367 hit?
It
Probably
doesn't.
not.
It kind of shatters on his
Not
armor,
so far.
or on his dragon scales.
All right, and then I'm going to cast Mass Heal, but let me make sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, this is good enough. I cast Mass Heal, so everybody gets back 1350 health.
Nice.
Dang.
You.
Wow.
Including the dragon. No.
Good.
The dragon.
Oh dear God.
Does that include Rog? Is he within reach?
Yes, he's within 10.
Okay, cool. Now, does that also heal stamina?
What's that?
Does that heal stamina too?
Yeah, did
don't
you take?
believe so. Actually, let me check and see if I bought that stupid ability. There's an ability, I think, in Reconstitute.
Reconstitute fatigue.
Reconstitute. Oh, okay, so let me check my character sheet then.
Okay. And then are you going to move anywhere or kind of stay there?
Because
I'm going to stand right where I'm at. Actually, you know what? No, because he flies around before he does his breath weapon. I don't know where he's going to do it at, so I'm fine where I'm at.
Okay. So let me know if it does do stamina. I'm going to move on as though it does not, though.
Okay.
Next up is Pax and Kevin.
All right, Kevin. I'm going to ask Kevin what direction the eggs were in, and he's going to direct me. And I'm just going to move
The bags. There are
and
60
belly.
feet below.
Sweet.
You have reached your eggs.
All right, so I am going to try to shoot one of the eggs.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
All
let's
right.
make it matter.
There's 2 eggs. If I shoot one, maybe we can barter.
I do have recon.
I like the way you think.
All right, so everyone also regained their stamina back to full.
Oh,
Yay.
Oh,
I am
Aiden.
Caden MVP.
right.
this buddy.
I am never falling off this dragon.
Oh my goodness. So
And that's actually
That's a crit.
I have a 30% critic, so that's a crit.
So I'm going to do this because it's silly. This is the paralyzed chance for the egg. I rolled a 50, so it's not paralyzed, but it's still stationary. And so let me get this right. You deal 445 damage, correct?
I deal 445, multiply that by 2, and add 150.
So you just dealt 1,040 damage to an egg.
Woohoo.
I did.
So
Scramble it.
Why did you do that to the dragon?
I know, right?
she did last time. She did it.
Unless you roll a 1 that way.
She's done more damage to this dragon than anybody else. So,
That's an absolute lie.
you look back and see the arrows sticking out of it, and they're like significantly larger wounds on the dragon than your axes. So
It still counts as 1.
here's what happens.
Yeah, I
Pax,
still
you
have.
kinda reach
I still
over-
have 2 more shots.
Cool. Well, let's see what happens here. So you run up to the ledge, you peer over, you with your eagle eyes, you spot the eggs, you knock your arrow, the energy arrow forms, you let loose, and because the arrow is made of pure potent energy, it like lightning flings right into the egg, and it's like a hollow point bullet. So it's not like a little dent. The whole egg just explodes. And like shell goes everywhere. Clearly what's inside was not formed all the way, so like the yolk and it just goes everywhere. And you're right, it does scramble a little bit because of the intense heat from your arrow. And so now I'm gonna roll for the dragon to see if he sees it. He does not, and so he is unaware that just happened. Now you also have 2 more shots, and it is still your turn.
Well, I'm gonna wave my arms and get the dragon's attention and say, "Dragon, do you see what I just did? I can do it again. You're down to 1 egg." And I'm gonna take aim at the next egg, but not fire yet.
It rears up. Rog, roll a D100.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Rob.
No, you're not.
Nat 1. And here we go.
So Rog, as it rears up, you kind of lose the axes kind of slide out of it that you've been using as handles, and you begin to slide down its neck towards its tail. Thankfully, it's not completely vertical, so you have some friction working against you to slow your fall. But if you don't slow yourself down on your next turn, you will most likely die. So
cool.
I'm gonna yell at the dragon and tell it, "Stop thrashing around, or I will shoot."
Roll a speech check.
Oops, 1d100 plus my speech, which is... I haven't used speech in so long.
Yeah. Mostly you just cry.
I did have one.
I mean,
and it worked really well.
Yeah, it works great.
It worked really well.
So as it rears its head,
I mean,
it doesn't
69
even
still good though.
Yeah, it doesn't even like acknowledge you. It seems to just get more furious with you. It doesn't respond to you, but you can tell it's starting to move toward you. So what do you do now?
Well, it didn't have the effect that I wanted it to have, so I'm gonna spin around and fire my next 2 shots at the dragon.
Okay. Does another hit and a crit. Let me roll some mischance.
That's a fun Dr. Seuss book. Hit and a crit.
And so the crit does not actually puncture its scales, though the second one does hit exactly where you want it to, and deals 445 damage there.
Wait, how does my crit not hit?
It's got mischance.
Oh, I got you. Well, you need to roll for paralyze as well. Did you do that?
It didn't actually harm him.
Okay.
So, with that, do you want Kevin to do anything? Vral says, I hear eye stabbing does wonders. Not wrong.
What do you think Reg has been aiming unsuccessfully for?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, are you going to have Kevin do anything or no?
No, I'm just going to give Kevin a heads up that I just made the dragon really mad.
It makes sense. You did just kill its young.
Well, it's trying to kill us. Sue me.
50% of Schrodinger's child, as it were.
So, is that the end of your turn, Pax? Or are you moving anywhere else?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Rog, you're up.
Okay, what do I need to do to stop from dying?
One of two things. You either need to succeed a stamina check, or if you succeed in getting some attacks landing, I'll say that they just land in the dragon and you can catch yourself that way.
And if I don't succeed this turn, I have next turn, or I will fall and die after this.
I will leave it to chat to see if you... Here, chat, go ahead and roll a D100, and we will see what happens. But you can go ahead and make your stamina check, regardless.
Boom.
366, not bad. 55, and Vrao came in just after Tofu. So the roll of 55 means you would have died next turn. I'm sorry, this would have been your only turn. You would have fallen to your death.
Right.
So with a 366, though, you succeed the stamina check. So you kind of catch yourself on one of the base of his wings, and as you do that, you start. He starts like coming down a little bit as though he's coming off his haunches. So you can now make your attack. You're more steadied now.
Okay, I would like to, using my axes, I'm going to use a little diplomacy here and attempt
Pax
to...
just tried that.
The wings themselves, are they like normal dragon membrane kind of stuff? Or are they like a thicker leather?
They are definitely much thicker than anything you've ever seen before.
All right, so that's not going to work. All right, I'm just going to hack at them with my axes. Maybe try and chop a wing free or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not with a 2.
Sweet baby, no.
So try as you might, this area is just kind of calloused and well fortified, and so your axes don't really make any puncture at all. Now that he is furious, Kairazakal is going to kind of crawl onto the platform, or the plateau you guys are on. Now, everyone with the exception of Rog is below it, and it is going to make several attacks against each and every one of you. As it crawls by Reg, it is going to swipe at him. Does a 488 make or break your armor rating?
But do I roll or do you roll that next part?
Say that again. Sorry.
Do I roll for that other thing or?
Yes, you roll that. What's your percentage?
All right. 23.
So yes! Nothing happens.
Mischance, baby.
Like a force field type thing happens as soon as Reg is swiped at, and it just kind of glides off it like it's being deflected. Shivi, what's your armor rating?
I didn't tell you that I wanted to put on my ebony skin. Can I have it on?
Yes, you can have it on.
400.
Okay. Well, that doesn't quite work. And
it's better.
That's a.
Yeah, that is not great for you. Oh, you weren't healed back to full though.
I thought I was.
Yeah,
I didn't change it though.
Mr. David was in charge of that one.
Yeah, I dropped the ball, guys. Sorry.
I didn't realize it wouldn't change. I would have changed it.
It's okay. Now.
So we're reading the sequel to Hit and a Crit called Crit and a Cry.
Yeah. So you take 650 damage from his swipe.
Whew.
Caden, this is to you. Does 492 hit you?
Very much so.
You take 250 damage. Pax, does 457 hit you?
Probably. Yes.
You
The
take
one attack
250
Reg
damage.
could have avoided.
How much damage?
250. And then he is going to flap his wings as well. So everyone make a stamina check.
Why do I keep rolling so low?
I don't know. No one likes the rolls. Well, good news. Everyone is not affected by his flapping of the wings. So with that, Reg, it's your turn.
Okay. Thinking through what I'm gonna do here. How is he looking?
Not great, but not terrible either.
Would it stand to reason now that we are the underbelly could possibly be softer than the scaly top, or is it still kind of thick and scaly underneath?
Wait, is Pax after the dragon?
No, Pax is before the. Pax is the end of the turn cycle.
Okay.
To answer your question, Reg, it's all just very scaly, and it all looks fortified. There's not like ooh, this is a area that's easily punctured.
He's actively on all fours? What's the clearance rate under him?
He's massive. Like you can stand. You're what, 8 foot tall? You can easily stand full and like reach up and like touch his belly. For the other people, they'd need to like go for the ankles basically, but you can hit like a more substantial area.
So Reg is gonna move to here, so
Right
he has a
below
good
his
shot
left haunch.
at his tinder bits, his tinder belly.
Oh my.
Tinder belly.
But also trying to actively, in case he decides to just belly flop down, that he's directly under massive amounts of meat. He's going to pull a winter again, firing once. I'm assuming that armor rating's still the same.
Yeah. That's a hit. How much damage?
That's 495.
Okay.
All right, seeing some success, he's going again with a crit.
Dang.
So that's going to be 1140 if his miss doesn't.
Okay. And then your next attack?
Is he still?
He is still up.
How's he looking?
He's looking like he's still a threat.
Reg is taking a very deep sigh. He reaches into his pack.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
He pulls forth Mr. Tibbles, the paralyzed rat.
Oh no.
Shoot her!
He looks at his friends just in vast amounts of danger. He looks at the darting panicked eyes of his faithful companion and says, Mr. Tibbles, you know I love you. And I don't want anything bad to happen, like the man said it might, if I do this, but I love them more. And I need them to be safe, so can you help me this one time? I want you to know I'm very sorry for this. And Reg is going to try and, as the kids say, yeet Mr. Tibbles into the dragon. My hand is shaking. I want you to know this, that my hand is literally shaking.
Oh.
Oh
Epic
no.
music.
Can I throw in stamina? Oh wait, I don't have any crap.
All right. So everyone, that is a huge moment. Reg is now showing you that he cares so much about you that he's willing to kill his only friend and pet the one he's had for so significantly long. So Reg rears back and puts all his weight into his throw, and as he releases the Mr. Tibbles, his second best buddy, Mr. Tibbles, with the scream of 1,000 rats, morphs into an elaborately carved dragon bone dagger. And as Reg is just below on the outside underbelly of Karazakal, he throws as hard as he can, and Mr. Tibbles, now turned into the dragon bone dagger, squealing with all of its might, sails directly up into the air, completely missing the dragon, and falls to the floor moments later, having done 0 damage and completely having been a waste of a throw.
Mr. Tibbles, I'm so sorry.
Reg, I think Mr.
Reg
Tibbles would have
scoops
given you some bonuses or something. He wasn't worth it.
Reg will have scooped up Mr. Tibbles and is just like hugging him and sobbing.
Roll a D100,
Actually, wait,
Reg.
Nope. We live.
Hold on, it did occur to me I did get some stamina back if I could, if you would allow me adding it, but I guess it's too late for that.
No, way too late for that now. But I also love that Caden just very quickly judged Mr. Tibbles, like, oh, no bonuses? So, Reg, roll a D100.
69, God's number.
What? That's not a thing. As you're caressing Mr. Tibbles, the dagger, you almost feel like you should have cut yourself based on how you're handling it, but you notice that there is no damage that's been done to you. So
Mr. Tibbles would never hurt me. I'm so sorry.
So, now that that's been done, Chivi, you're up.
So I'm gonna try to align myself with Pax, 'cause I think she has a good idea going after the old eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move a little bit closer to where she is, and I'm going to try to cast Rock Cage over the eggs to try to encapsulate them and trap them.
So as she comes closer to me, Chivi, you've also got Slow Fall if you can get down there and over to the egg.
Oh, so I could do that first and then cast the first cast Slow Fall and then cast...
Depends on how much stamina you have.
Oh, not a lot.
Because you're going to end up taking multiple turns or using stamina to get all the way over there.
No, I think I should probably just go with the old Rock Cage and see what happens. Because I don't have much.
Do it.
All right, so you cast Rock Cage, and the ground opens up, and these fingers of rock just kind of encase the egg, and kind of almost like a hand fingers coming out of the sand type of deal, and it is surrounding the egg and the scrambled egg.
The scrambled egg.
Oh my.
So, can I intimidate the dragon? Can I say anything to the dragon and be like, "Hey, I got your eggs"?
You can try, but there's no guarantee for anything.
Do you have persuasion, whatever?
Yeah.
Use that.
Persuade the dragon.
Mm.
I mean, what am I trying to? I'm just trying to persuade him to calm down and stop. I mean, what else am I trying to persuade him to do?
No, that's it.
But add your speech bonus.
Add my speech bonus too.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What? Why are you saying oh no?
Because the Arcmaster just rolled a natural 100 on his speech check for the dragon.
So rude.
Shut your face.
So, Chivi, you're trying to persuade the dragon to stop. So, you're trying to get its attention and all that. and he just kind of looks at you and then goes right back to what he's doing. Trying to maul everybody.
What happened to an 8?
Are you doing anything else?
No.
Okay. After Heather is Caden.
Okay. I am going to cast. Well, actually, I'm underneath the dragon, aren't I?
Yeah.
If I move over to here, can I see Rock from here?
Yeah. You're just to the left of the dragon. You can kind of see him still clutching atop the dragon's wing juncture. I'm gonna say that's what it's called.
Dragon Anatomy 101.
Yeah.
Can I see Pax and Shivi down there?
Yes. They're on the same
they're on the ledge with me, actually, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Slow Fall on Rock in case he falls off.
Smart choice.
Nice.
Rog, you feel slightly lighter, as though gravity doesn't apply to you anymore.
Physics.
And I am going to cast Mass Heal.
Okay.
So everybody gets 1350 back.
Cool. Shivi, I am actually adjusting yours right now.
Okay, you are.
Yeah, so I don't have the existential crisis that I had earlier. So that's all, Caden?
Yep. Those are my 2 actions.
Okay,
Left and right.
Your turn.
All right. Well, I don't really want to shoot up the other egg just because that didn't work and it's encased in rock right now. So I am using my bow and my arrows and taking my 3 shots.
Oh, you with the natural ones tonight.
Seriously?
That's not great.
Oh my.
Too bad we're not winning money for those.
How did I roll a 56 both times too?
Wow.
That's what I keep wondering.
I'm gonna blame.
It's a weighted die.
A weighted virtual die. So as you let loose your arrows, they kind of just deflect right off of the dragon's scale. Are you gonna have Kevin do anything?
He's not. Kevin, how you feeling?
I am not quite sure, but I do wish to see this battle completed. I feel that my time has come to assist.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Indeed.
See if you can talk to him or spit your acid.
He opts for the acid spit.
Don't we all?
And he sprays his acid at the giant venerable Karazakal, and it kind of like it hits the dragon scales, and you can see nothing happening. It's like gliding off, beating like it's no issue. And Kevin says,
I have never had that happen before. We might be in for some pain.
It's okay, bud.
with that, Rog, up to you.
All right, swinging away like a lumberjack. 1, 2,
Nice.
and 4.
Oh, that's 1.
1, but that is a critical.
We'll take it.
All
So
right.
250.
Nice. 250. And then after Rog is the dragon.
Dragon.
He is going to do some more mauling. Reg, to you. Let's see. So it's going to be in order of proximity. So it's going to be Reg, Caden, Chivi, Pax.
Y'all just need to get up here.
Do all of them hit? 41
Mine's
for Reg. Chivi or Caden is 473. Chivi is 536 with a crit, and then Pax is 463.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So everyone is going to take 250 damage with the exception of Chivi, which will she will take 650 damage.
Commander!
Good thing Caden's been healing me.
Yeah. Reg, back to you.
Reg's just tears streaming in his eyes. Cradling his bestest little pet. Whispers, I'm sorry, Mr. Tibbles, but you can rest now. And puts him into his pack. Picks Winter back up and is gonna shoot for the fences. Hold on. Come on. Freaking Discord keeps popping up and blocking the chat. Stop it.
Sorry.
My baby.
Okay, that's one. That's two.
It's a crit, potentially.
Yeah, that's one crit.
Yep. So,
That's another 1140.
And how much was your last hit?
You said the last one hit too?
Yeah, the last one hit 479.
495, but Reg is in agony, shouting, "For Mr."
Both of those shots land, and you can see the dragon wince in pain. He lets out another ferocious cry, and his eye peers around to meet yours, and you can tell that he is not happy about that.
I'm
Heather,
not happy either.
Chivi, it's your turn.
Reg is, but also he's gonna duck over to the other side. Sorry.
I'm gonna try to paralyze him again, see if anyone else can get any hits, or maybe
Go for it.
Maybe
He's
I'll
also on the
paralyze him
ground,
and
so
then
you can
try
run
to-
up and use your daggers.
I'll run up and use my daggers.
Okay.
Gonna run up kind of like under his belly.
Yeah, you kind of get closer to like one of his ankles,
Okay.
just because of height standpoint. Go ahead and roll him. Keep going. Just roll all of them. You got 187, 180. Next set,
Oh yeah, they're all the same.
174 and 142. So none of those break the dragon scales. And then Pax, your turn.
You hear a delightful ding ding.
Yeah, my arm's hurting.
I just noticed a little X on one of the eggs.
That's the one that was scrambled.
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
I'm just gonna, do this. Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Do this. Shuts the computer off.
Okay, one of those is a crit.
Well, good
Two of
news.
those were crits.
You got 2 crits and a regular hit. So the arrows from True Shot fling, and just like the namesake, fling true into the belly of this venerable green dragon, and it's like they stack one on top of the other, so as you're shooting it's just the same spot, exactly the same. So one energy bolt hits and it winces in pain and lets out a cry. The next one hits and it digs slightly deeper, and the third one lands clearly through the same hole into its very large heart, and it lets out a very pain-filled cry, and it collapses to the ground dead. Chivi, Reg, and Rog, and Caden all need to roll stamina checks as they are in danger of being crushed by this behemoth.
Oh no.
Aw, Rog's on top though.
Yes, but as it's gonna fall, it's gonna crush you between its wing.
Oh, that's fair.
So we got Chivi with 294, Reg with 227, Rog with 305, and Caden with 142. Caden, you are going to take damage. You are the only one. 200 was the number to beat. And so you are going to take 450 damage.
Gotcha.
Val in chat is chanting total party kill.
Rog pops up covered in dragon's blood with his axes above his head. I have slayed the beast.
Indeed, you have. My good man.
Except for those giant gaping holes from those arrows.
Yeah, for real.
Never mind
One in
those.
his heart.
We're not going to talk about that.
Big X.
There you go.
Goodness.
The largest of X's on our
man.
token.
I'll walk over to Reg and say, "May I see Mr. Tibbles?"
Okay, Caden.
He holds out the dragon bone dagger.
First, I'm going to have to heal everybody, so I'll cast mass heal so that I can get my health back, and everybody else. And I set Mr. Tibbles on the ground, and I do the only thing I could possibly think of. I cast Greater Negate directly onto Mr. Tibbles.
Oh my goodness.
Heaven.
I take 1,500 points of damage.
Okay.
Wow, all in the name of Tibbles.
What are you doing, buddy?
Well, I figure
Kate-
if he had permanent shape change, paralyzed, if I can get rid of all of those spells off of him, then maybe you'll have a rat.
Caden, so you're just casting Greater Negate, that's it, correct?
Yep, targeting specifically the dagger, not an AoE version.
Yeah. So the hold on one second. I actually need to consult something. 'Cause there's two ways this goes, depending on the text of the spell. And Greater Negate. All right, there it is. So, Caden bends down, clutching the dagger that Reg has handed to him, and he kind of kneels down and begins channeling his own life force to negate all of the various effects that are on this dagger. And as he does so, you can see his life force draining, and he becomes, he just like loses body mass almost, and like his skin becomes almost like you can see the skeleton within him, and you can see this purple kind of energy flowing out of his hands into the dagger, and as it does so, the dagger starts to kind of change, and parts of the sheer bone begin to become more furry, and the tail end where the hilt is becomes the rat's tail. And after a couple of seconds, the dagger has fully formed back into a completely normal rat.
Oh,
It is
Question.
alive. It is
Okay.
yes.
Answered.
Now, the if I remember right, he was given to you dead, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So he's back to dead.
You said
No.
the word alive.
No, he's alive. He's like crawling around. That's the important thing to denote here. Like he is a fully living, breathing animal now, not a deceased rat.
Mr. Tibbles, you come to daddy. Don't.
Not to get your hopes up, I can't say that this is gonna last very long.
If anything, it lets me say goodbye.
I'm feeling kind of exposed, so I'm gonna need to do some minor heals on myself.
Okay.
I think I want to use.
Caden begins to like meditate himself back to full. Gazing out between the areas you can see, there's a couple things to note. You're at the top of a precipice, and looking down, it is a substantial way down. But as you gaze out across the land, you are several hundred feet above sea level. And you can see, as you gaze out, there is a kind of like a barren, almost like desert type of plain that you are looking out from. And you notice the land kind of forms around a large, extremely large lake. And gazing out towards the east, you notice that there is a vast ocean. And across the ocean, you can barely, just ever so barely, make out that there is land some days sailing away. And the thing that comes to your mind first is, how do we get back home? And the second thing that comes to mind is, how do we get down from here? And so that's what we will be dealing with next week on Shattered Dungeons. I hope you guys are prepared for either a climb down, or if someone happens to know the right set of spells. So
nope,
we'll see.
Not even. We're gonna build gliders out of the wings.
Oh, wrong. I love it.
We could get down pretty easily, I think. I don't know about getting home, though.
True.
I mean, I really don't know about getting home.
Yeah. Well, we're going to call it, guys. Thank you so much for participating, for listening, for staying involved. If you... Vral said the first thing that comes to mind is beach episode. We need a vacation. So...
This has been a trying time on us all.
Yeah. Mr. Tibbles has been revived completely. That's a huge plot thing. If you are listening, participating, all that fun stuff, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, all that fun stuff. If you would like to support us, please subscribe on Twitch or donate on Patreon. And then if you have fan art, we're in this fan art mode. Submit it. You know, I'd love to see Reg throwing the dagger and missing the dragon that's a behemoth, as it's changing from a rat to a dagger. But
Wonder what happens if we throw him now.
He is a normal rat, unless something else
If
happens.
you throw him now, Rog will probably eat him.
Yes. Tofu says red swimsuits and slow-mo runs for the beach episode. So guys, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Stick with us next week as we figure out how to get off this freaking mountain. We will, or at least I will, hang out and chat afterwards if there's anyone who wants to talk through some stuff. But thank you again. We really appreciate it. We will see you guys next week on Shattered Dungeons.